broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello, fellow Jaguars. My name is Michaela Ramirez, and it is an honor to stand here before all of y'all today. You might recognize me, maybe from heavily being involved on campus, or seeing my face on the billboards, or on the pamphlets and social media posts for A&M-Victoria. It's been a joy representing A&M-Victoria in every way I possibly could, and I'm grateful for every opportunity this campus has given me. Today represents years of dedication, late nights, early mornings, unexpected challenges, and countless moments of growth. This moment reflects the strength and determination each of us have shown to get here. Our journey wasn't easy. Many of us balanced school with work, family, long commutes, and everything life threw at us. Yet through every challenge, we kept going, and that's what makes us a Jaguar. We don't just push through, we rise. As we stand here today, think about where you started and who you've become. Every obstacle, every success, every moment, even the ones that felt impossible, shaped you and brought you to this exact moment. And none of us did it alone. We had family, friends, professors, mentors, and classmates who believed in us when we doubted ourselves. Their support is a part of our story, just as we're a part of theirs. I also wanted to honor our loved ones who are no longer with us. Those who we have lost through this journey, family, friends, mentors, and even pets. They are all watching us with so much pride today. Their love still guides us, and their influence remains in everything we have and we will accomplish. I wanted to share one of the best things that has happened to me during my college journey, which was getting fired. At the time, it felt like such a setback, and it pushed me towards opportunities I never thought I would pursue. It forced me to grow, to rethink my path, and to step into who I truly wanted to become. Sometimes the door that closes are the ones that redirect us towards something way better. And I know many of you have had moments like this too. Moments that felt like endings, but really just new beginnings. So let's pause together just for a moment, and let's honor the perseverance, the growth, the people who stood beside us, and the loved ones cheering us from beyond. Let's stand proud because we earned this. To my fellow graduates, congratulations. This isn't the end of our story. It is just the beginning of our next chapter. And I cannot wait to see all the amazing things that we will all go on to achieve. Thank you, Jaguars, and you may be seated. Now, I'm very, very pleased to introduce Dr. Christine Hardigree, President of A&M-Victoria.
Good afternoon. Is everybody excited? I think we can do better than that. Are we excited to celebrate? I have the honor and privilege of representing our institution here today, but you've got a whole cadre of people who are excited for our graduates to take this step. And they've been along the journey, and they are really excited for you to be here to celebrate with us. I'd like to take a few moments to introduce a few of those folks who are joining us to celebrate your achievements. In a few minutes, you're going to hear from one of our distinguished guests, Corey Castillo. She's the Chief Strategy Officer at Texas A&M University System. We also are fortunate enough to have some incredible administrators who work behind the scenes to make sure that our students can achieve success along their journey. Many of these are members of the President's Cabinet. I'm going to ask them to stand so we can all give them a round of applause. I also want to welcome Rachel Lee and Noah Fakas, the wife and son of our alumni speaker, David Faska. Please share that, please stand so that we can welcome you, David. And your wife and son. Yes, no? So I'm going to take a point of privilege here. My two sons have joined me this afternoon, Hudson Brown and Parker Brown. If you two could stand up, please. Give them a hand. I will pay for that later. But we're here to celebrate students, and students are the lifeblood of a university, and the heart that pumps the blood around is really our university faculty, many of whom are here with us today. You've already seen our faculty representative, Dr. Pendendrick. She is the president of the Faculty Assembly, associate professor of English in the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, and she serves as our Grand Marshal. And the Grand Marshal is a very distinguished position because they open our ceremonies so that we can celebrate. If I could get Dr. Pendrick and the other faculty to also please stand. Come on, faculty. All the faculty. So at this juncture, I'm going to ask Corey Castillo, our Chief Strategy Officer for the A&M University System, to come over here and offer some greetings from the system office. Corey?
Good afternoon, President Hardigree, faculty and staff, families and friends, and especially the graduates of A&M-Victoria. I'm here on behalf of the Board of Regents, the Chancellor Glenn Hager, and the Texas A&M University System to bring our greetings and our congratulations. Thank you for letting me be a part of this moment. It is a historic day for the Texas A&M University System as we celebrate some of the first graduates from A&M-Victoria. But more importantly, this is your day, and we are very proud of you. Graduates, you worked hard to get here. You juggled jobs, families, late nights, early mornings, but you kept going anyway. That's the kind of grit that will serve you well in the years ahead. No one knows what the future holds, but I do know this: you are ready. The university has prepared you with knowledge, the character, the habits of leadership that Texas truly needs. For nearly 150 years, the A&M system has been committed to serving this state, improving lives through teaching, research, and public service. Today, that responsibility passes to you in your own way and in your own communities. Whatever you do next, remember what brought you here: discipline, hard work, and willingness to serve others. Stay curious, keep learning, and treat people with respect. Those habits will take you further than any diploma. Now, by the authority of the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents, it is my honor to authorize President Hardigree to confer the degrees for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with them. Congratulations to each of you. We wish you success, we wish you purpose, and we cannot wait to see what you do next.
Thank you so much for that. Graduates, today is your day. It's a celebration not just for you, but for all you do for our university and our community. You have the special honor of being the first graduating class of the Texas A&M University Victoria. We are so proud of you, and we are excited to celebrate with you. I cannot underscore enough how historical this day is, and when you get those moments to take part in history, that's a pretty awesome opportunity. It's a defining opportunity. I want us to all thank the people, or think of the people who took part in getting us to where we are. Our state legislators, Senator Lois Kolkhorst and Representative A.J. Louderback, to the community members who helped bring this forward, who lobbied on behalf of the university, and to all of our students, the ones who are graduating and the ones who are continuing with us. You're part of this historical moment. With any historical moment, we have to commemorate it. So graduates, would you stand for a moment, please? Stand as you are able. Now, the student body and working through student government came up with a jaguar hand symbol. It's the claw. You guys know the claw? Ring finger down, everybody else kind of curved. If you can do it, try to do that. Give me your jaguar claws, because I'm going to commemorate this moment with the coveted selfie. Claws up, claws up. Excellent, woo! You may be seated. For the 7 of you who follow me on LinkedIn, I will post that letter today. Today is truly a celebration of your achievements, and you've reached a really important milestone, but I want to remind you that this is just the beginning. You have earned your degree, and now you get to use it. For years forward, you're going to be looking back on the time you spent, whether it was late nights, challenging coursework, working on assignments, helping another student, and we hope that you look back on this time with fondness and happiness. We hope you continue to come back to us, whether that's for another degree, a certificate, an opportunity to engage, maybe even to work with our faculty and staff. I hope that you take great pride in the time that you've spent here, because we take great pride in knowing that you've been part of our journey. I want to acknowledge all the people who've also supported you along the way, because nobody does a journey alone. Their family, their friends, their mentors, siblings, all kinds of other folks along that journey. So graduates, if you would please look to the people who've come here today to celebrate with you and give them a round of applause. There is a lot of love in this room. All right, so let me also tell you about our whole graduating class this fall, because there's so much to celebrate in terms of what's going on. So a few facts are really, really helpful. We have over 500 students walking the stage throughout 4 graduating ceremonies today and yesterday. These students represent 34 states and hail from 47 different countries. Our youngest graduate is 19 years old. Let's give that a round of applause. And our most experienced graduate is 77 years young. Truly a reminder that it's never too late to continue your education, to be a lifelong learner. Our students know the importance of never giving up. In fact, one of the students crossing the stage actually started here in the summer of 1987. Right? For those of you born in the 2000s, that was the 1900s. I'm so excited to also say that we have 28 veterans who are graduating. You'll hear more about their honors, but yep. So as you can see, A&M-Victoria is truly blessed with students who come from all over the nation and all over the world to earn their degrees here. And we are excited to celebrate all of you. I'm so excited. Like, I really can't tell you how excited. Like, you can write it down, but you're like really, really excited. I'm so excited for your celebration. And so with that, we got a few more pieces of background and things to celebrate before we get to walking across the stage. So our interim provost, Joanne Olson, is going to step up here and introduce some additional information about our honors. Dr. Olson?
I'll first direct your attention to the digital program to view the list of those faculty recognized by their students and peers for excellence in teaching, research, and service. They should be commended along with other faculty award winners for their work and the difference they make in the university and in our students' lives. Let's congratulate them. I would also like to recognize the outstanding students for Fall 2025 selected by the College of Business. These students were chosen based on their academic records and related achievements. If the following students are here, would you please stand? This semester's outstanding students for the College of Business are Ashley Rosario, outstanding graduate student, and Sullivan Kinsey, outstanding undergrad student. A&M-Victoria definitely has outstanding students, but those graduating with honors have shown special dedication to their studies. These undergraduate candidates are wearing gold braids over their robes, and their names are listed in your program. I'm pleased to recognize them today. Candidates graduating cum laude with honor have grade point averages of 3.5 to 3.67 on a 4-point scale. Will those graduating cum laude please stand? You may be seated. Those undergraduates graduating magna cum laude with high honor have GPAs of 3.68 to 3.84. Please stand so we may recognize you. You may be seated. And finally, those graduating summa cum laude with highest honor have a GPA of 3.85 or higher. Congratulations on this outstanding achievement, and stand up so we can clap for you too. You can go ahead and be seated. Next, I'll call your attention to student members of academic honor societies. These students are wearing cords or stoles to indicate membership in these societies, which are listed in your program. Would all student members of these academic honor societies please stand and be recognized? Great. You may be seated. You may also have noticed graduates wearing red, white, and blue intertwined graduation cords. We call these our Patriot cords, and they recognize individuals who are veterans or active service members of the U.S. Armed Forces. At this time, we ask that all graduating veterans, active service members, as well as any others in the building, please stand and be recognized. We thank you and salute you for your service. We also have graduating international students who are proudly wearing a sash representing their countries of citizenship. These students are those enrolled at A&M-Victoria on F or J visas, and we're honored to have them with us at graduation. Please stand and be recognized. Please sit. In addition, we have some graduates who are wearing Jaguar Spirit cords. These generous students are participating in our JAGS Give Back program, and we appreciate their support of A&M-Victoria. Please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. If you happen to notice students or a provost with teal cords, these are for our first generation college graduate cords, which denote students who are the first generation in their family to complete a 4-year degree. Please join me in honoring these students who chose to take a new step and change their futures by earning a degree. Please stand. And now it's time for some logistics. You're welcome to take photos of your graduate from your seat when it's their turn to walk the front of the platform. For safety reasons, and because it's really full in here, please do not move to the aisles to take those photos. We also know this is an exciting day, and you've already demonstrated you know how to hoop and holler. We encourage you to cheer and celebrate as your graduate crosses the stage. But then, stop so someone else can cheer for their graduate. We don't want to be here until 8 o'clock tonight, right? but please feel free to celebrate with them. There'll be a fantastic time afterwards as well. Dr. Alex Adolph will announce the graduates and degrees. He is a professor of finance in the College of Business, and he'll do that. And then we'll have the presentation of the fall 2025 graduating class. Will the faculty marshals please move forward and assist the graduates?
It is my privilege now to announce the names of those receiving bachelor's degrees from the College of Business. Sadia Abbasi. Haya Abu Ahmad. Allison Acosta, magna cum laude. Caden Jonathan Allen, summa cum laude. Sarah Al-Saidi, cum laude. Karen Antonio, cum laude. Stormy Ray Bell. Christian Beltran. Ezekiel Benitez. Emily Burrow. Allison Celia Sapak, cum laude. Christy Carpenter. Cameron Taylor Castillo, magna cum laude. Haley Bloomrick. V. Fong Cao, summa cum laude. Elijah Daniel Cassidy. Annalisa Rose Castillo, cum laude. Ashley Manuelejo Uribe. Madison Renee Crabtree Lopez, cum laude. Paul Kumare Nunez. Alexander Bardo Kumpian. Christopher M. Dominguez. Alyssa Duarte, cum laude. Alexandra Nicole Emens. Madison Ewing. Justin R. Fertig. Albert Flores. Brian Flores. Vanessa Elizabeth Flores Acevedo, cum laude. And Edwin Andrew Funes. Luis Galvan. Christian Anthony Garcia. Maria Guadalupe Gomez. Lynette R. Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Luis Fernando Guzman Avila. Dana Hamdallah, summa cum laude. Emily Ray Hobbs. Stephanie Effiom Ita. Kyla Jackson. Emily Marie Johnson. Reese Anthony Kadelchek, cum laude. Melody Angeline Kloss. Fallon Louise Lalone. Florentina Raquel Lara. Savannah Lassell. Paula Valentina Lopez. Jessica Marie Martinez. Lisette Martinez. Natalie Martinez. Kaylin Elizabeth Matula, cum laude. Gloria Inez McDaniel, magna cum laude. Veronica Medina Alfaro. Jolene Bianca Medrano. Natalie Dinora Mendez, magna cum laude. Denard O'Neill Miller. Jace Moncrief. Haley Reed Nichols, cum laude. Andrea Ochoa. Timilean Olatunde. Zachariah Oraikat. Sarah Ann Pearson. Daniel Pena Jr., summa cum laude. Lexi Deanne Perez. Sean M. Perez. Abigail Perez Arredondo. Clydas Podlauskas. Carlos Alberto Quiñones. Rosa Natalia Reyes. Jeffrey Riley. Emily Iris Rivera, magna cum laude. Lehan Crystal Templo Nevo Rivera, summa cum laude. Camila Rodriguez. Michaela Reyma Ramirez, Texas A&M UV employee. Rosemary Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Jennifer Romero Ramirez. Nicole Allison Ruland. Maria Cisneros Rodriguez. Mohammed Omar Sahor. Mateo Salgado. Natalia Cecilia Silvia, summa cum laude. Juliana Santiago Lopez. Darian Joel Saceda. Paige Saucedo, summa cum laude. Vanessa Sierra. Olivia Slawinski. Sarah Elizabeth Smith. Jennifer Leonela Tax Lopez, summa cum laude. Stephanie Renee Taylor, magna cum laude. Louis Ten. Teresa Lee Tran. Frida Alexa Tucker. Mario Alberto Villarreal Rebolloso. Crystal Shatasia Weston. Raven Simone Whitfield. Cherry Wynn. Patricia Ann Youngblood. Kobe A. Kirk. I am now pleased to announce the names of those receiving their master's degrees from the College of Business. Corey James Alban, A&M-Victoria employee. Ashley Renee Barker. Dawn Marie Barraza. Kendra Rodriguez Blake. Alifia Bimani. Fritz Matthew Bedeker. Candida del Rocio Carter. Randy Cooper. Brian de Guzman de los Santos. Johnny Wayne Damo. Tyler Wallachow Dick. Therese Karine Mbonda. Ola Lakin Falokun. Eddie Kiki Flores. Farman Gohar. Ruth Marie Taravinga. Maria Gonzalez Picazo. Destiny Marianne Gillen. Galen Matthew Hand. Olga Lydia Hernandez. Maria Isabel Hernandez Sebreros. Brandy Lynn Hill. Marianne Nicole Hicks. Cameron Elise Jansky. Jacob Keverline. Catherine D. Johnson. Velvet Monique Menifee. Cynthia Stephanie Mendoza. Vanessa Sara Moya. Zakia Mohammed. Ricardo Rafael Munoz Jr. Pratigya Nupane. Santiago Tomas Oyono Abaga Asan Gono. Sunny Ozo. Evelyn Torita Page. Neville Patel. Gloria Pedraza. Arkisha D. Ray. Gabriela Dene Rodriguez. Ashley Arlen Rosario, outstanding students. Tony Ray Salinas Jr. Malcolm J. Sanders. Jasmine Cerna. Nancy Sosa. Elsa Liliana Vargas Martinez. Fikad Abebe Waldi. Francisco Javier Zenon II. This concludes the graduates from the College of Business.
All right. Now, let us make it official. The candidates for degrees will be presented by the College of Business's interim dean, Dr. Javier Garza Gomez.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Business Administration, Master of Accountancy, and Master of Business Administration degrees please rise? On behalf of the faculty, I present these candidates as having fulfilled the requirements for the designated degrees and recommend that the appropriate degrees be confirmed. Please remain standing.
Will the faculty and platform party please rise? President Hardigree, it is my distinct honor to present these degree candidates who are students in good standing with Texas A&M University Victoria and who have completed all the requirements for their respective degrees as set forth by the faculty of the university. I recommend that those degrees be conferred.
Students, this is the moment you've been waiting for, captured in moments of hours, weeks, months, years of preparation and dedicated work. Take just one more second to reflect on the hard work, the tenacity that got you here. By the authority vested in me by the state of Texas, and on behalf of the faculty of the College of Business, I now confer upon each of you and upon those graduating in absentia your respective degree with all rights, honors, and privileges thereto. That's a happy moment. For our undergraduate students, if you will take your tassel from the right and move it to the left, this signifies you've graduated. And for those of you with a class ring, you may now turn your ring around so the seal faces outward. I see a few hands moving. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the first graduating class of the Texas A&M University Victoria College of Business. It is now our pleasure to induct this graduated class into the alumni of Texas A&M University Victoria, which now has more than 27,500 strong. I'd like to invite our guest speaker, David Fascus, an A&M-Victoria alumnus, to induct the fall 2025 graduating class. David earned a Bachelor of Business Administration in 2012. Today, he's a managing member of Keller Wealth Advisors. David, if you would join us.
Thank you so much. While you're standing, if it's okay, I've always wanted to do this. I want to get a quick selfie video. So if you would, we're going to say Texas A&M University Class of 2025. And friends and family, you're part of this too, so please join in, okay? You broke the ice, Dr. Hardigree. All right, ready? Oh, here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3. A&M-Victoria Class of 2025. All right. Oh, congratulations. Wow, you can be seated. What an honor. Oh, thank you so much for having me. I can't say enough how proud I am to be here and of my university. Thank you, Dr. Hardigree. I appreciate you having me. Thank you, distinguished faculty and staff, our representative from A&M University, friends, family, and of course, the class of 2025 of Texas A&M University Victoria. Wow, you look good. You know, we're dressed in essentially what is very expensive and formal bathrobes, but you wear it well. You do. Confidence looks good on you. Success looks good on you. And if you're not careful, that rare air that you're tasting right now, you'll get used to it. You know, once you taste success, it's like Pringles. Once you pop it, you can't stop. And if you're wondering who I am, why I'm up here, offering what may be questionable advice, frankly, I am too. But they handed me a microphone, and I like to talk. When I first sent in my speech, I think they were a little worried, not because of the content, but because it'd be questionable if we were going to get out by dinner. So I did what any reasonable person would have done, what many of you did, and I used ChatGPT to shorten it. But I was told this is the last class graduating, so now I have extra time. So get ready. No. Oh, what an honor. You are a special class, the first graduating class of Texas A&M Victoria. That means something. Because as you are turning the page into a new chapter, your university, your alma mater is as well into a new system, a new identity, a new name. Wear that well. Because you set the tone for what comes next. And you are truly a remarkable group. I was so amazed by all the different accolades and accomplishments that you have achieved. And I want to mention a few. Some of you are first in your generation graduates. Who here has received their diploma and is the first in their family to receive a diploma? Would you stand if you're any first in family graduates? Wow. 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 That is amazing. You represent the dreams and ambition of your family for generations. Wow, you can be seated. Thank you. You know, my wife is from China. I love you, baby. They have a saying there that I think is really, it really set with me and it impacted me. It's education has the power to change your destiny. And that's what each one of you today have done. You've changed your destiny, and not just for yourselves, but for your family, forever. You did that. Wow. Some of you are coming back to college later in life, maybe while raising a family, carrying responsibilities heavier than those book bags. Wow, does that story resonate with anyone? Who here has been doing that, going back to college while raising a family? Anyone here? Yes, stand up, please, stand up. Wow. That is amazing. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. You can be seated. I am the father of that little 4-year-old right there, Noah. I love you, Noah. And I understand the time and the responsibility and the sacrifice that takes, and to do that while you are going to college and getting your degree, that is astounding. Congratulations. Wow. And still others of you started your journey 4 years ago on the brink of a national pandemic, one that rocked the world. And we were all uncertain of where to go, but you stepped forward in confidence, learning new things, making yourself better, improving, and that's why you are standing here today in your success. That is incredible. Different journeys, same courage. You see, what unites every one of you here today is not your intelligence, although you wouldn't be here today if you didn't have that. It's not your talent, although I can see by a lot of the caps you have a lot of that as well. Wow. No, it is your willingness to stick through and finish what you started. And that skill, if you keep nurturing that, that will be with you for life. When you're looking back in the future, you'll see right now at the pinnacle of your success where you are sitting that you were actually at the base of a new mountain that you were just beginning to climb. You're really something. Oh, that's amazing. You know, music has been, for me, a great teacher of my life. I started off my college journey as a music major, and thankfully, I had the good sense to shift to a business degree in finance here at this fine university. One of the better decisions I've made, I will say. But music has stayed with me all these years as a muse, as a passion, as a teacher. And if it's okay with you, I'd like to share with you a few of the lessons that I've learned from music over the years. The first is this: the meaning is not about the resolution. In music, it's about the tension that gives the resolution meaning. For you sitting here today in your success, your degree would not mean nearly as much if you did not struggle, if you didn't overcome to get to where you were today. No, it is because of the trials, because of the tribulation, because of what you accomplished, that certificate, that piece of paper has meaning and value and purpose. Life works a lot in the same way. In music, the last chord might last 2 seconds, but it's everything that came before, all of the tension that leads us through the journey to get there. With life, success is but for a moment. Life is the journey that gets you there. Learn to enjoy the struggle, enjoy the tension. Another thing that music has taught me is transitions are pivotal moments. Transitions, the beginning, the end of a song, the new movements, the key changes, those are the parts that people remember. Those are the parts you really want to get right. And each one of you is sitting in a transition right now. Not just for you, for your university. You're going from who you were to who you will become. You're choosing your next steps, so choose wisely. As William Faulkner put it, you cannot swim for new shores until you've had the courage to lose sight of the shore. A third thing that music has taught me is this: be humble enough to be bad at something. Everyone in music starts off bad. I don't care if you're Mozart or Eddie Van Halen or even Taylor Swift. They've all started at the beginning playing badly, missing notes, missing rhythm, but they keep showing up and practicing. And I've got to give some credit to my wife, Rachel, here. At the beginning of this semester, in addition to teaching full-time as a professor and helping to raise our 4-year-old son, she decided to take both piano and violin classes at the college. She was a great example for me and our family because she persevered through that. And when she first brought that violin home, I will admit, I thought we might have gotten a new cat. Sorry, babe. And then as I listened more, I thought maybe we needed to take it to the vet. That's how violin is. But she kept practicing, and she kept showing up, and she put in the time to get better, and now she can play beautifully on both of those instruments. Many of you are about to be beginners again. Maybe it's in your career. Maybe it's in marriage. Maybe it's in parenthood. Maybe it's just in adulthood, learning how to figure this thing out where you're not handed a syllabus. Have the humility to learn when you need to improve, but have the courage to take the next steps forward. As a financial planner, I often spend probably too much time thinking and talking about compound interest. Compound interest is either your best friend or your worst enemy, and it doesn't care how smart you are. And yes, compound interest applies to finance, so I'll give you the whole spiel in a nutshell. Save early, invest often, don't go into debt, have a budget, and those things will compound. At the end of your life, you will have tremendous financial success. Leverage your time and do that. But compound interest applies to so much more than money. Compound interest applies to your habits. It applies to your relationships. It applies to your character. What you do repeatedly shapes your entire life. As Aristotle said, what we do repeatedly, that is who we are. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. Be careful what you do repeatedly. Choose carefully what you do repeatedly. Choose carefully what you repeatedly do. And if there's one thing that I hope defines your life, it's this. Be outrageously generous. Be generous. You've heard it. It's better to give than to receive. I have never missed a single dollar that I've given away. And my wife can testify, I have made some questionable purchases at times, but I have never missed a single dollar I've given away. Be generous. Be generous with your money. Be generous with your time. Be generous with your talents and your passions. Be generous with forgiveness and praise. Be generous with your family. Because at the end of the day, the end of your career, the end of your life, they are the ones who are standing beside you. Be generous with your church, who makes an eternal impact. Be generous with your university. They're who got you where you are today. Be generous with your community, where all of those things are built and thrive. As Winston Churchill put it, we make a living by what we get, we make a life by what we give. So be generous. And business majors, here's one piece of advice. If there's one thing that yields long-term success in business, it's this. I hope you're listening. Have uncompromising integrity. C.S. Lewis put it this way. Integrity, that is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Have integrity. Do the right thing. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So do it with integrity. For me, that source of integrity and joy and peace, that comes from Jesus Christ. I'll be honest with you. I believe that Jesus lived for you, and I believe that Jesus died for you. I believe that he was buried and rose on the third day for you, and I believe that if you believe in him, you will be saved. I believe in that grace. So graduates, friends, family, as we celebrate this Christmas season in just the next few days, I hope we remember the true reason. Accept that grace. It's not about what you do, it's about what he did. Accept that grace, show that grace to others. Show it to others, and pray. I hope you pray. Pray. You prayed to get here. You prayed you'd pass that exam. You prayed the teacher would curve the test. prayed if I could just make it to the end. And here you are. You made it. Now pray for what comes next. Class of 2025 of Texas A&M University, Victoria. You are turning the chapter along with your university to a new page, a new chapter, a new book, a new story. Wear it well. Be courageous. Be disciplined. Be humble. Be generous. And be people of faith. This is not the end of your story. This is the start of a new one, the start of a new song. So choose your note wisely and play your part with excellence. Class of 2025, your new song starts now. Thank you.
As you can imagine, it takes a lot of people to pull together a commencement ceremony like this. And so let's give the staff who brought this together, our marshals, our faculty, everybody, a round of applause. Their hard work is so appreciated. We also appreciate the special guests who came today and shared their thoughts with us, as well as our ASL interpreters. Let's give them a round. As you watch the graduates go across the stage, I know that that gave you a section or a moment to see why I was so excited about today. The talent, the brilliance, the creativity. I'm so excited for our graduates, and so once again, I want to say congratulations. We are proud of you. So folks, as we bring this to a close, I want to first of all thank you for attending. We're going to have a recessional. The graduates will file out. They will meet you in the parking lot. We do ask that the parents and families please remain seated. I don't want a note from the fire marshal that I'm doing something wrong. It's my first couple of weeks. So please wait till the graduates have exited the building, and then you can take photos, give flowers, massive hugs, whoop, whoop, it up outside. Let's give them one round of applause as they head out.